Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Marilyn and this is a channel that I talk about my cross stitch, quilting, and whatever else I'm up to, right? So anyway, this is Flosstube number 5 and I can't remember if I just said it, but today is January 12th. Anyway, let's get right to it. So I first of all want to say Happy New Year. It's another year. And yeah, I feel like it's already slipping away. We're halfway through January and I have lots to share. I'm looking at my table around here and I don't know how to, I have a lot. And the sad part is most of it is just stash. So let's get started with a finish. Why don't we do that first? So I'm going to show you, I have 2 finishes. So this one here is, what is it? Flea Market Flowers. And this was a 2021 finish. I finished this on December 30th. 2021. I am so happy. I was not going to take this into the new year with me. It just wasn't going to happen, and I love it. So I used all the called for colors except for, I think, this dark blue here. I used a different one. I don't have it written down because, you know, I'm so prepared. And I changed the floss for the center of this motif and this one. I felt that it didn't have enough contrast. You see this one here was the called for, and I mean it has, when I look at it on the camera, it has some contrast, but I wanted more. I didn't want to have to look at it from afar. So I really like this color combination here. So I'm happy with it. I am thrilled. I would like to get this framed. Still haven't started looking for a frame. You know what, that's not true. Whenever I go to the stores, I always look for frames. So I have like a little list of the different sizes I'm looking for, and I have not found anything. So, oh well. I'll find something, hopefully, soon. And then this is my first finish for 2022. So this little guy here was a whip. And I was looking, I think it was, yeah, January 1st. I was looking through my whips and I was, you know, I didn't want to keep like a stack of whips and just feel like I had to finish them just because I started them. So I was being ruthless and I was getting rid of things that I know that I'm not going to finish. I probably put a few stitches on the cloth and it just had no interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip out all the stitches for those. And then I decided, well, this one, it would be silly to not finish this. I mean, it's so tiny. So, and it was a little kit I got from Joann's. It came with the floss. I didn't care for the needle that it came with, but I used my own. It came with the little hoop, and I think the fabric was included. So, I mean, everything was there. I finished it. I did have to do some frogging because I lost track and I just kept going. But I quickly figured out what I was doing, and I ripped those stitches out, and yeah, it's done. So I have a finish. Well, it's not completely done. I'm still debating because see the back? I'm debating whether I should just gather the fabric and just hot glue some felt on the back to cover that, just in case I change my mind and later on I want to finish differently. Not sure. I'm still thinking about that, and I think until then I just might put a little ribbon here and just hang it and see what I feel about it, or how I feel about this one. But yeah, I think it's a cute one. I really love it. And so those are my two finishes. Now I have something else. Yep, I want to show you. So I did finish my first block for the prim stitch. No, what was it called? Oh my word, I am forgetting. I think it is the prim stitch series. And you know what? I don't know. My chart is somewhere back there. And yeah, we're not gonna look for it right now. But so here is my first block. And so what I'm gonna do is I finished the first block, but the rest of the month I'm just gonna see if I stitch the outer border and just do that continually with all the blocks. So when I finish doing the motif, then I'll just stitch whatever border goes with that little section of the block. And I wanted to show you something. I still haven't finished, so I got some really good suggestions on how to finish the one that I had originally started and messed up because the fabric was too light. So I got some great suggestions, and I still haven't gotten to it just because I've been busy. But, and you know what? And I do have to outline the little wings on the bee so you can see it. But I want to show you. Here we go. Let's see. So look at the difference. So here's this one, the little bee. Okay? That's amazing, the difference with the darker fabric. Both bees have wings. Well, this one has the little antenna, but they both have the wings, and it's amazing how you can really see it on the darker fabric. So I'm really happy with that. What I'm not pleased with is the fabric. It's a nice fabric. I just feel that it's loosely woven. So I'm a really tight stitcher, and I pull my floss tight. So I have to be careful because it's not very forgiving. And yeah, I've noticed that with some Aida, it's a little tighter than others. So here, let's see if I can show you, if you can see. So let's see, you see how loosely compared? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? I don't know. I can feel it when I'm stitching. So that's the only thing I don't like about this fabric. And I'm not sure which, I feel so unprepared. I have everything written, but it's back there somewhere. And I think I've mentioned which fabric I used in my other Flosstube videos. So you can either leave a comment down below if you want to know which fabric I stitch or I'm stitching on, or you can just watch the video before. This one? One of the ones before. I mean, so anyway, that is what I finished and what I'm working on. Now to show you my whips. So I have two whips that I decided that I am going to finish in 2022. And I'm gonna finish them because, one, I really like them, and two, one of them is almost done, and I think I just have to put my big girl panties on and just finish it. So, yep, it's a shame if I don't finish this. I mean, seriously. It's just one more border. Oh, Marilyn, get it together. Just do it. So I'm gonna finish this one, and you know what? I would like to finish it by my birthday, which is in May. Yeah, I'm gonna be 50 this year. I'm excited. I know. 50. Yes. Yes. So I think I'm going to finish that one for my birthday. It'll be like a happy birthday to me. And then this one here, pattern. Okay, so this was a stitch quarterly pattern. And this one, I want to finish for Easter. Those tulips, I love tulips, you know, tulips. You didn't get it, right? Anyway, so I really love, it's so pretty. I'm not loving the colors so much. I know I shouldn't say that, but I think I need to get past, I need to stitch the green. And once I stitch the green, I think I'm going to love it even more. Well, I'm going to love it. I like it, but I think if I stitch the green, I'm going to love it. Because I do like, here are the flosses. So I do like the flosses. Do I have them all here? Yes, I do. Oh. So I think they're beautiful. And it definitely needs the green. So they're really pretty colors. I just need to, like I said, I need to put my big girl pants on and just do it, you know. I keep making excuses and I keep picking another stitch thing to do or some other excuse. I just need to do it. It's ridiculous. I mean, the whole reason I started them is because I loved them, or I really liked this one, and I totally loved this one. I mean, those colors. What is there not to love about it? So, those are my 2 whips that I have decided to carry into 2022. Everything else that I had in my whip pile, which really there weren't that many. I think I showed them all in my introduction video, which is only like 4 behind this one. So, or 5, something like that. Anyway, yeah. So I didn't have that many, but you know, I don't want to just linger. I can use the fabric for something else. So I'm just going to rip all those stitches and just put the fabric in my stash pile. So if I need something, and then when I want to get to stitching those, I'll just get the fabrics and the threads all out, and then I'll just start it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's see. Next, what are we gonna, oh yes, I have, so I made this plan. I have been, well, let me backtrack a little. So I've been organizing and cleaning my sewing room, my stitching, and I'm constantly rearranging things because I want everything to flow in my sewing room. And so yeah, I'm always looking for new storage containers, new ways to house everything, because I believe everything should have a home. If it has a home, you'll always find it whenever you need it. And since I've incorporated cross stitch into my sewing room, yeah, I've needed a little bit more space. So I had to rearrange things, and then I realized, going through everything, my fabrics, my books, my book collection, these are all either quilting, or I think I have crocheting, and I have, you know, photography books back there, and dollhouses and miniatures. I have, yeah, these are all hobby books, as people would say. I have quite a large collection. Maybe not as large as some people out there, but I just love books. I do. And so they make me happy. I look through them like if they were magazines, and then, you know, they're reference and inspiration books to me. That's how I look at books, at least hobby books. So Anyway, back to what I was saying. I realized that I have a lot of things and I just have to slow down on the purchasing and not using it, because I get really excited and, you know, I'll either go to the quilt shop or whatever it is that I'm either shopping online or going to the brick and mortar stores. I get really excited and I always think, well, I might need this. Who knows? They might run out of it. And I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be that one person that doesn't have it. So what is it called? FOMO? Fear of missing out? Did I get all that? But yeah, we all suffer for that. Me more than a lot of people. But anyway, I decided that this year was going to be a low spend year. And so I made like a list of rules that I have to follow. Well, after I made the list, I figured, you know, originally it was going to be for the whole year, right? And then after I read them, I thought, I should reassess, reevaluate in March. Because, yeah. But anyway, because I knew this was going to happen and I was going to have 2022 be a year of using up what I have and making do, I thought I'm going to approach this the way I would approach being on a diet. I'm going to binge. And so I did. I did. I bought everything I thought that I would need. And now I didn't go crazy, but I bought, yeah, quite a few things. So that is what I'm going to show you. That whole explanation just to show you my haul. Okay, so we're going to first start with fabric. So I got these really cool, and I think these are all 16 count. I've been stitching with 14 count, so now I want to venture into 16, and I think it'll be fun. And then maybe I'd like to just add some 18 count into it, but I do want to use everything that I have, so yeah. Anyway, so I got this one, this piece here, and I purchased them for projects that I have in mind. So it was basically the purchases I was making were to fully kit projects that I want to stitch this year. Okay, so I got that all straight. So anyway, so this one is what is it? Ooh, it's white chocolate, and I think that is the reason I purchased this piece of Ada. It's because of the name, and you won't be able to get a good color because the light is just washing it out. But it's sort of like an antique white, but a little darker. It's pretty. It's very pretty. So I'm hoping that that'll work with the flosses. And then I got another piece. This one is, and this is also Ada, but this is from Picture This Plus. It's 16 count fog. So now what I did notice is that this Ada, which is from Witchell, it's hard and crunchy. You know, it's really stiff. And this one is softer. And this is nice to hold in my hand. And this is nice to stitch with because my little, you know, it holds, when I stitch really tight and I pull. So it holds the little, how would I say? It doesn't squinch my little X's. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah. And I think I'm gonna enjoy working on this one because it looks like the one that I'm using for, I think it's the same company. The one that I'm using for the Stitch Quarterly. looks like it's the same, and I really loved stitching on this fabric. It's just this one is 16 and that one's 14, and it's a different color. Okay, so move along. And then I got this really pretty, this one's 16 count. Oh no, this is 18 count. Oh, ooh, I'm getting smaller and smaller. Exciting. So this is that gray and white petty point. Okay, and the reason I got this, and I think it's, I don't think they had a 16 count, and that's why I got it 18, but here's the pattern that I purchased and I thought would look super adorable. Isn't that cute? I mean, come on. How could I not, right? So now, this pattern I want to show you, segue. I have decided that this year I'm going to stitch more smalls, and that would include Christmas ornaments and little pillows. So, and what, you know, I'm losing my words. I feel like I have to say so much in such a short time. What actually motivated me, I guess. Yeah, that's not the word I'm looking for. But anyway, what inspired me. Oh, okay. So what inspired me was watching all the videos or all the Flosstubes with the Christmas trees that were decorated with cross stitch. Oh my goodness. I was in love. My heart went bitter, better. So that's when I decided to, that's when I decided that I needed to gorge, you know, I needed to purchase several patterns before I went on my low spend, you know, thing. So I did purchase a few items, and I'm going to show them to you. Let's see if I can find them. I want to make sure I have them all in front of me because I'm really excited. So I already showed you this little guy, right? I saw him and I fell in love. I mean, he's a cutie. So I also got this pattern, and look how super cute. And you know what the best part about making these smalls is that I can have finishes faster, right? And what is there not to love about Raggedy Ann? Isn't she so cute? I love her. And what I started doing, so, okay, my plan is to stitch an ornament once a week. So I have in my my planner, I have them as, so the first one that I stitch is 1 out of 52, then 2 out of 52, and so forth and so on. So basically, at the end of the year, I should have 52 ornaments. Now, there's nothing stopping me from stitching more ornaments. I just want to have kind of like a, my goal is to have a tree with ornaments, right? So I figured, and you know what, there's nothing wrong if I don't have 52 ornaments and I have maybe just 40, because there are going to be some weeks that it's just not, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to stitch because life happens, and once the spring and summertime they're around, yeah, I'm going to be outside in the garden, so I don't think I'll be stitching as much. But an ornament is small enough that I can focus on and I can finish it, and I think that'll motivate me to keep stitching. So I started stitching, so I got this pattern. It's the 12 days of stitchy ornaments. So it was a stitch along, but I didn't join in because obviously I didn't, oh, let me get them. And I didn't think about this until it was over. So I figured, well, let me start in the new year. And I have 3. Oh, wow, I did have some more stuff. Yay! So these are the 3 that I finished. Can you see them? Yep. So I have 3 that are finished, and actually I'm holding this one upside down. See, I took a Sharpie and I just put a little dot at the top. So yeah, because they're the same and I didn't want to mess up. And there was a Sharpie on the table. I usually put a safety pin, but I didn't have one. And yeah, so there's nothing wrong with putting a little Sharpie mark, right? Because I was going to cut that anyway. And then I started stitching the stocking. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. There. And it's funny because I got really, I don't know what happened. I was distracted and this part of the stocking goes in and I just kept going the other way and it just wasn't. Yeah, so this morning instead of stitching, I was ripping. Oh, the joy of it. But it was, it was just a couple rows, so it didn't make a difference. So that is supposed to be my start for Sunday, this coming up Sunday. But I got a little head start because I had some time, and why not? I'm the boss of my own stitchy time. So that is, yeah, that's one of my plans. So all the ornaments, let me get these out of the way, put them on the floor so I don't get distracted. Now, oh, and then I got some other cute little ones, some smalls. So because I want to have like little pillows, so I thought these would be really cute. And this one, I want to stitch as a little pillow, but I saw, I can't remember if it was on Instagram or Facebook or somewhere where it was stitched as one piece, because this is a series. Well, this one's number 5. So this is the Early Americans series. And I saw that it was all stitched as one piece. It was beautiful. And I'd like to do that, but definitely would want to stitch some of them as little pillows and just put them in a little bowl. So those were 2 other ones that I purchased and I'd like to get done this year. So yeah. The hard part is when you put this on video, now I feel like I have to do it and, hey, someone has to keep me in check, right? And then I saw this one. So I've seen lots of, I'm usually not a seasonal. What I do mostly, I make quilts and stuff like that. So I'm not really a seasonal crafter or quilter, or even I didn't think I was going to be a seasonal cross stitcher either. But I've seen so many nice, like either Halloween or Easter or Valentine's or Christmas ones. And I think it's the reason I don't like stitching or creating things that are specific for a holiday or a season is because when I feel like I want to just display it all year long, and then if it's a certain holiday, I feel like I can't. But again, I'm the boss of my own stitching room, right? Or sewing room. So I can display whatever I want, right? When I want. And I am just going to display things that make me happy. So here we go. So I saw this. And this is Thomas the Turkey, right? Or it just says Thomas. And it's from Not Forgotten Farm. I think it's the coolest. This would look really nice as a punch needle. Actually, I saw someone in my stitchy group turned it into a punch needle, and it's so beautiful. That's what inspired me to get it. When I saw that, I was like, I have to get that. I have to both cross stitch it and punch it. For now, just cross stitch it, right? And then I also purchased this Prairie Schooler. I love Prairie Schoolers. I have not stitched, not a one, but they're so nice. I love the cardstock. Well, this is a newer one, and I'm glad it's not one of those I remember seeing, and I don't think am I right? Were they doing the Prairie Schoolers on like photocopy looking paper and they were stapled? I could have, I mean, I thought I saw them like that and I was really disappointed. But I ordered this and I was so happy that it didn't come like that. Anyway, the whole reason I purchased this is because I want to stitch these little eggs here. So I want to stitch the little chicks and the bunny, and I think it looks so cute for Easter. So I better get my act together and start stitching that. Let me see. I don't think they're that big. I mean, they look like little eggs. Yeah, they're not that big. So I should start on those. And oh, yes, and I have seen the little stockings that people have stitched up, and they're the Blackbird design ones. And I think they're like every month. They're stockings for every month. They're so cute. And I heard someone say that we should buy everything that's Blackbird. So, yes. I don't know if I'll ever stitch them. I'm hoping that I will. We'll see. Oh, but yeah. So I'm excited with that one. And let's see what else I have here. Oh my gosh, I have so much. I was a naughty girl. So maybe I should show them in twos. Okay, so let's do this a little faster. And I got this Plum Street sampler. Really cute. I think, you know what? I tried to purchase all the ones that I did that would be doable, that I can stitch them and have them, you know. I wanted to start them on the first half of the year, all the ones that I want to stitch, and then have them finished by the second half of the year. And I know, I know that a lot of you are laughing at me because, yeah, that doesn't always work that way. But, you know, here's for hoping. So, anyway, here's another one. I love houses. So, I got this Little House Needleworks. This is 2 red houses. How cute, right? Love it. And, oh my gosh, yes, I love Matryoshka dolls, the Russian nestling dolls. Love them. And when I saw this cross stitch, I had to get it. It was just, yeah, I mean, how cute. And then I saw this Red Bird sampler by Brenda Gervais. I don't know, am I saying your name right? I hope I am. So this is from With Thy Needle and Thread. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it. I hope that I can stitch. I hope this... I hope I will be able to stitch this on Ada, because this is a beautiful one. Oh my goodness. Look at all those birds. I love it. Yes. Hey, maybe I'll start it for my birthday. Who knows? We'll see. And I also, this, what is it? Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. This is the Christmas Winter edition for 2021. And there is a lot in here. I mean, it is jam-packed with all kinds of goodies. I mean, for punch needle and cross stitch. And I'm not sure if there's rug hooking. I saw a lot of punch needle and cross stitch, and there were lots of projects that I want to do. So very, very excited. And well, no, I have more. So, oh my gosh, I did. I feel a little embarrassed. So I'm going to show this as just together. So I bought the Lori Holt patterns for the stitch along, and I don't know if I'm going to do it, or if I'm going to, well, I've already mentioned a million times that I'm not good with stitch alongs because I'm always far behind, and that's okay. But I have so many ideas. Like for this one, I want to stitch like some of just the little blocks by themselves. So I think what I might wind up doing is I might just stitch a block. Like, I love the sewing machine, and not stressing over it, and just making this like maybe a 2-year project. So, because I love the cheerfulness of Lori's cross stitch. And you know what? I'm just keeping it real. I'd love to make one of her quilts that, like the applique ones, but I know me. I'm not gonna do the applique. I'm gonna start. Maybe I'll do one block, but I won't. I just won't. So that's why I'm thrilled that they are now cross stitch. And this one, yes, I love it. I'm excited. I am thrilled. So, and and last but not least, my clubs. So I signed up for the Floss Frenzy and the Floss Fix. And the reason I signed up for these floss clubs was because I knew that it's going to be a low spend year, and I didn't want to. Sometimes if you just don't have, you know, it's kind of like when you're dieting. If you don't have a cheat day, then you're just not successful. So I figured this would be my cheat. And the whole time I'm thinking, why didn't I sign up sooner? These are so pretty. Oh my word. I mean, come on. Ah. Look. Ah. Ooh, all the dust. and the greens. Oh my. I'm just thrilled. I'm just like tickled pink. Look. The greens. Ah. Oops. Whoa. So yes, I am excited to have all of these colors, and now I can have fun organizing them in my storage container thingamajiggies. I'm so happy with all of these things. Oh, one more thing I wanted to share with you. Ooh, oh my gosh, I have some more fabric I bought. Yes, I did. Am I blushing? Okay, so, whew, wow, that's a lot. I better use up all this fabric, you know. I won't. But I have high hopes. Well, see, you know what? It's because I want to think positive. I want 2022 to be a year full of threads and of fabric and of stitching and of creating, and I just want to just surround myself with all of these things that make me happy. And so yeah, I want to have enough of whatever I need to stitch. I want to make sure that I don't have to run out for anything, that it's all here. So that being said, these are the two projects that I had purchased, those fabrics that I showed earlier. These are the two cross stitches. They're all kitted. Well, they have all the flosses, the DMC floss in the back. And then I just have to decide which fabric is going to go with which one. And that's all going to depend on the floss, because I learned my lesson with this piece. Before I take any stitches on any fabric, I will try my flosses on them. And if it doesn't look good, then I will either change the floss color or I will change the fabric. But see, lesson learned. You learn more from mistakes than you do from getting everything right. So I guess I'm a little wiser from my mistake. And anyway, that really is all that I have. Thank goodness, right? I really don't have anything else to share, like things that I purchased. I haven't really stitched anything else other than what I already shared. This video is already long, so I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. I really enjoy spending time with you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, wonderful January, just in case I don't see you until next month, because who knows. Well, anyway, have a good one, and just stay warm if you're in a cold place and cool off if you're in a warm place, but always keep stitching. Bye.